we go. All right. So what happened, guys, is the apparently we had a slight power glitch, and the network went down, and so we had to switch over to our backup, which was our hotspot, which is in the bedroom, right now on Wi-Fi, and so that's why we're still here. Of course, we're still streaming locally, so we have a local copy, and you can't do much when your internet goes down because of something going on with the networking. Remember, it's snowing outside, and there could have been something that went wrong because of the wires. The wires could have sagged because of the snow, whatever. As you will see here, it is still snowing outside. And so now let me go ahead and switch to the new stream chat, because the stream chat's the old chat. So let me get to this on the screen here. So let's get to the newest one. Because the one here is up to date. So we got the last donation from Philip. It's a star on here. So let's go back over here to the panel, and we're all set here. So I'm sorry about that, guys. It does happen. So let's now go back over here to open up a new panel. Let's see, because I know we're still live because we are streaming again. Yes, we are still streaming, and in case the recording is still recording as well. So, yes, we are here. Woo! That's great. Right now, something on Frontier is down. So we went over to T-Mobile. Actually, we were on T-Mobile the whole time when we didn't even know. Because I switched on T-Mobile last night, and I forgot to turn it off. Well, that's cool. You still got it up. Yeah, you still got it up. You still get it up, too, every day. Pretty much. All right, so let's get... Currently, this weather has caused some internet connection problems. So, Noodles IDN is open still. So, still snow. It could be. I think so. I don't see what else it would be. You know, definitely, the snow is definitely to blame for a lot of the stuff. Yeah, definitely. Alright, hold on a minute. Let's get panel open. IDN is still technically open there. Okay, admit one. Alright, sorry about that, Noodles. You know, apparently there was something with the weather that caused the power to glitch quickly and then came back, but it kind of messed up everything a little bit. So let's see if I can shrink the screen down here. I have to pick the screen up. So can you hear me? There you can.
Yeah, Michelle, did someone come over your apartment and help you move everything around in that room behind you?
No. I did that all myself. To set the tree up and everything.
You did a very good job, Michelle.
Oh,
very
thanks.
good job.
Apparently, I was on T-Mobile the whole time, guys, and I didn't even know about it. It was on Wi-Fi. So, but then when I tried to get on top of the Frontier connection, it wouldn't let me in either. So, I may have to reboot the router later on. But I want to get back to the heating system thing. So what I was asking is what is the story with using of pneumatic controls and heating systems? I know from what I've seen, I don't see them as much anymore. I know.
I don't think they're allowed to. I don't think they're allowed to have them anywhere in Manhattan because the last project I was on, they were ripping all that stuff out.
Well, I know that they replaced it now with a pneumatic system that's a little different in existing, because people like the things like having setback thermostats, day and time thermostats, and things like something the pneumatics really don't work well with. You
know what's strange? I was at the IBM building in Manhattan.
Yeah.
of what was it, 6th Avenue or whatever, Park Avenue, whatever the hell it is. Anyway, I was there and they left everything down there the way it was, right? So they have an old pneumatic command system where it
Yeah.
looked like, it was this big base in the center of the basement of the building, and it had like light boards and switchboards, like everything.
Yeah.
And all the copper tubing for the pneumatics are still in that building because I've never seen it before. I've never seen it. When I started doing this building management stuff, this was like after they ripped everything out. But to see something like that in a humongous building and how much copper piping and tubing they had to put throughout this building to run this crap,
Oh, yeah.
it was insane. Like miles and miles of this crap, Michelle.
I'm sure there must be a pneumatic control museum somewhere, right? Somebody.
Well, it's at the IBM building. I'm telling you right now, they didn't remove any of it. They just cut the ends off. They crimped everything and plugged everything and left everything up.
Yeah.
Kind
of like you see with old gas lights in some buildings too, right? The pipes are still there, but the actual fixtures.
If they wanted to bring back pneumatics in that building, they probably could.
And that could because the system's already there, but they probably would have to replace a lot of gaskets.
Well, they could probably just run pitot tubes to everything and just reinstall pneumatic devices. And
I still got Noodle's Bruiser flashlight. Trust me, that thing is bright. Then I keep that charged up in my kitchen because I use it a lot of times is for work. So, talk about the light, the flashlight we bought at that store. We still have that. Yeah. Yes, I have flashlights. I've also got a flashlight on my phones too. Plus, I got separate flashlights as well, and I do got little candles.
Tiger, I used to have one of those oil lamps. They friggin' stink.
Well, it depends.
They stink. I think you can use like olive oil.
It depends on the kind of oil. Because, some oil lamps do smell pretty bad. If you go with JP8 grade kerosene, which is used for jet engines, low sulfur, that stuff is good, but it's very hard to get, very expensive. You can go with...
You think you could use like denatured alcohol? It's denatured alcohol burns clean. So does grain alcohol. I think you probably use grain alcohol, right?
If you got one of those canned heats, that's pretty much what it is. It's denatured alcohol. No, I don't have any canned heats, but like I told you right now, my heat's stuck on. So let's go back to the other network. Why can't I get this stupid cursor up there fast enough? Just get it on the screen. Okay.
Yeah, Tony, I got over a foot up here.
Back up. Okay. Yeah, so it's just something, I think, because the weather. I think that the weather is kind of messed up everything right now. Because we're still on the wired connection right now. The internet's starting to come back up speed-wise. It's kind of weird. It is weird. I'll give you that.
Are you checking the baud rate?
I'm checking the baud rate right now. We are seeing red square. It's trying to send 1,444 kilobits a second to a straw right now. That means it's gonna, but at least it's trying. It's getting out there. It's getting out. Yes. Yeah, my internet's fine now too. It's just weird the way that works. Noodles, yeah, we have a lot too. About $220 worth of snow. What do you mean $120 worth of snow? I mean,
maybe he means 12 inches.
Oh, okay.
The fucked up thing is like this stuff's starting to fall off the power lines, and the power lines are all friggin' shaking like crazy. Oh,
because it's heavier.
The trees. I was in the woods. I was in the woods before. The trees were falling down. I heard all the trees cracking, and hopefully the stuff stops.
I mean, it's very possible that the internet and the power could go down. And when the power goes offline on the T-Mobile, then they switch to their batteries, and so that's when they start limiting the internet because they can't really keep the service running at full power unless they want to fire up a natural gas generator. I don't know if that cell site has one.
$120? $120 to plow your driveway.
Really?
Well, he might have a long driveway, but still, $120. Shit. You know what it is? These landscapers. My friend used to do this, and he goes, to plow a driveway, if you're gonna be doing like snow work for landscapers, the insurance is extremely high for them. You know, they're constantly hitting people's friggin' cobblestone, walkways. They're taking out friggin' sprinkler heads. They're doing a lot of stuff. So.
Well, all I know is that I just want to repin the message that got obviously lost in the last pin. So this HVCAR guy would have been fun to continue to talk to. It's just too bad he's not here because he didn't know we ended up having a outage. But we're here. Let him know, guys. Let him know. And now also don't forget when you I will be uploading this complete video as part 1 and part 2. I can leave them as part 1 and part 2, but I've got the full video and I'll include the section with the old questioning, like what the hell's happening kind of thing, so you guys can hear it all. Now, so I'll be uploading that in a little bit. Trucks, not trips. Okay. I know, but we have a hard time finding plowers. They don't come back because it has ruined some trucks. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. You know what, Tony? When I was working in Alpine, these people, depending on where their houses were, a lot of them had steeper, longer driveways. They put that PEX under the driveways or whatever to friggin' heat up the driveway.
Yeah, I've heard
that.
That
shit worked awesome. Yeah, that shit works awesome.
Some cities actually do the same thing under the sidewalks. Especially when a community has city steam, they'll do that same thing. They'll actually use some of the steam to keep the sidewalks free of ice and snow, even in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Krista. Yeah, so it's kind of weird that the snow is likely possibly going to knock out power. It's not impossible. This is one of the reasons I wanted to originally get one of those power bank thingies that you can buy, like those Blue Eddies or Jackeries that have a UPS mode, so if the power goes out, we still streaming. I want to get one of those.
Tony, how much did they want for that? To do that to your driveway? Because, you have to rip up the fucking driveway. You have to rip up the driveway. I know they do it in sections, too. You can get, like, your driveway heated in sections. There's one driveway I went to, Michelle. They had, the way it was heated was
once they put that stuff down in the summertime, it could probably go through a heat exchanger to give you hot water so you won't have to run the boiler in the summer. But I sure the hell would hate to see your gas bill in the wintertime now. How old am I? I'm 56 years old. Ouch. You wait till you get to be 188. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple different ways to heat a driveway up. Obviously, if you got a gas boiler in the basement heating the house, and if it's big enough, yeah, you can heat your driveway with it, but your gas bill is going to be like... And besides, all the water's going to run downhill to the unheated part of which is probably your roadway, so all of a sudden you're going to have a big ice dam sitting in the end of your driveway. Very true. But at least then the plow guy is going to go like, oh, you again. I have to remove one chunk of ice. I guess we're fine. Let me get out my jackhammer. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. M56, yeah. We have not had too many bad storms here either. Right now, even this point, don't forget that's what we got going on right now. It looks like the snow is kind of cut back a bit as far as falling rates go. It looks like it's a little more, you can see more of the distance there. Don't forget the giving tree. You'll see we have to add Philly Pretzel Stars donation to that today, and we will get that up there this afternoon, for tomorrow. Yeah, I love the snow because I like the way it always makes everything new. You'll notice that even my Christmas tree has simulated snow on it too on the inside.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, big time. Let's go take a look at that. So here's the tree, and let's get simulated snow on it. There's the donation from yesterday on the tree. Probably make today's the same way. Piece of office paper folded over, scrap paper, and then I'll just write it in. And I'll take care of that for now. It's the easiest way. Maybe, well, if I make it too small to loom, the problem is then no one can see it. Oh, okay. That's why you made it so grandiose. Because if it's too small, you can't see it in the video shots. Right, absolutely. So, I mean, it's just a reality of what's going on. Do you have food? Oh, yes, I have plenty of food. I got a whole gut full of it. Yeah. Ain't that the truth? I am well stocked in here, baby. We're not going hungry. Plus, I got canned food in the pantry and stuff, too. So, I got plenty of food for time being. So, yes, we have food, and yes, we have food in me. Michelle's well stocked, and she's not going to go hungry.
Oh yeah!
After all, you still got about 30 pounds of flab on you. Yeah, at least. Yeah. At least. Oh, actually, you probably got close to about 80 pounds of flab on you. Where did it all go? I get back, come out, my gut is saying this one. Oh, I can resist. You gotta say this is.
Oh, you again.
Oh, you again.
Oh, you again.
Yeah, well, I'd like to do something special.
Hit the road.
Yeah, God, I'd love to see you hit the road. Unfortunately, it's what's keeping you alive, honestly. I got plenty of soup. I got plenty of stews. Or at least soup anyway. I don't have any more beef stew, but I got chunky soup. I got of several kinds. I got powdered potatoes. Last night I had fish fillets and a couple steak fries. I still got the steamed carrots that Krista brought over. And I still got some of the meat left, so I'll probably put that in the pan. Just put that in the oven on low heat. And then, so I can rinse out her containers and give them back to her and her husband whenever they come by, maybe in about a week or two. Yeah. So 14 people, 2 likes, guys. How about pumping up those likes a bit? Come on, pump them up. Yeah, so anyway, so I did tell the landlord about the heat. I said, I have the thermostat turned off and it's still cooking in here. The pipes are still hot. So I think, as I said earlier, I think that the contactor has basically the contacts fuse shut, probably because the inrush current of the circulator pump was too much for that relay. And so the contacts tend to get stuck together with too much current drain. So he's probably going to just have to go down and just, the HVAC guy is just going to go and have to replace one little relay that goes inside the unit. These Taco systems are using regular PC board parts. Yet at the same time, we also have some of the old 24-volt Honeywell controls still sitting in the basement. You talk about buildings with legacy heating system parts laying inside. Originally, there was like 12 24-volt Honeywell circulator controls that are just sitting there unused, like ready to be plugged in at a moment's notice. I mean, why couldn't they use one of those if they need to get something going, since it's the same thing? Well, maybe they could, but I think that they probably said, well, those things are not as efficient because they've got bigger coils on them and stuff, but, and heavier contactors. But if they wanted to use them, they can. They would just have to rewire back into the system. No, he's got a licensed HVAC guy that comes in and takes care of this now. So, it makes things easier. So we have a guy that has the proper licensing and stuff. He also's got a guy that can do... What else is he... Is that the only thing he got? No, he's got other guys too. He's got plumbers. He's got that. The only thing he don't have is he doesn't have a Sparky. He doesn't have a full service licensed electrician yet. And I'll tell you, that is going to be something where when the electrician really wanted to, he's going to go, I'm going to be making a lot of money today, that's for sure. Okay, we'll fix everything. What are you doing? Yeah, I need more money. I can't afford to pay anymore. You're making me broke. No.
Hey Michelle, let me ask you a question. If let's say I put like a tracker on your car, right? Do you think that's against the law?
No, because yes and no. If it goes by court, the answer is no. In fact, there are persons who put air tags. There are people who put air tags in their own car. And one guy, because he had an air tag in his own car, he was able to report the car theft to the police, and they would actually track the car down to the crook's house. Yes. Yes.
What I'm saying is, like, let's say I'm walking down the street and I see your car, right? And I throw an air tag on it, right? Is that illegal?
Actually, technically, yes, but again, as I said, it's very different if you, the person that owns the car, put an air tag on your own car.
No. I'm saying if I see your car, on the street, and I put an air tag on it, is that illegal?
Yeah. It depends on the state, though. Because you didn't give permission, that's why.
Yeah, but it's just an air tag. You can take it off.
Sure. If you know where it is. Then remember, that's just it. People silence the air tags by taking out the little speaker so you can't hear when they make noises. And then, because it's on the. Also, same thing with another kind of air tag too. Besides the Apple AirTag, there's another tiles, Michelle. They're called tiles.
I
Yeah.
think they did that to Tasha Teelings. I really do.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know anything about her.
So listen to this. This is an article out of Connecticut. A Goshen, Connecticut woman discovered an Apple AirTag attached to her car nearly a year ago and reported it to the police. Initially, she received alerts on her phone indicating the presence of the tracking device, but dismissed them, assuming they were linked to a relative's forgotten AirPod earbuds left in her vehicle. However, when she received another alert, she conducted a thorough search and eventually found the AirTag hidden inside the front driver's side wheel rim.
Okay, that definitely doesn't sound like something that she did. So, because obviously she didn't even know about it. That's definitely related to stalking.
So, the discovery left her feeling fearful for her safety and that of her family.
Exactly.
To begin the investigation, law enforcement officials obtained a search and seizure warrant to access the subscriber information associated with the AirTag serial number. It took several months to trace the device back to a certain individual named Anthony Margot, who was unknown to the victim. Okay? Unknown to the victim. The victim didn't even know this guy.
Right.
However, when attempts were made to contact Margot, he was initially unreachable as he claimed he did not drive and needed transportation to meet with the authorities. Despite efforts to reach Margot, including tracking his new phone number, he remained elusive, leading investigators to obtain an arrest warrant for electronic stalking. Finally, on February 7th, Margot was located and arrested at the age of 25. He has since been released from jail after posting a $10,000 bond. The case highlights the serious implications of electronic stalking and the lengths law enforcement may go in order to apprehend suspects.
Absolutely.
It also underscores the importance of vigilance and taking action when individuals suspect they are being tracked or monitored without consent. So I guess you can't be tracked or monitored without consent. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, doesn't that happen to you every single time you click on a link?
The same technology was also used for good purposes. One man who had his own car decided to install a silenced AirTag in his car. Some crook stole his car. Of course, since he was the owner of the car and he knew of the AirTag in it, he gave the information to the police. They traced the car down to the crook's house. He and the police were almost right there on the bad guy's back door, so to speak, and, well, they got arrested. The crook got arrested because he was Grand Theft Auto. And he had the vehicle right there before he brought his friends down to bring it out to the chop shop to chop it up for scrap. So you see, if it's your own vehicle and you put an AirTag in it, you know where it is, you know it's yours. This could be very important for areas like San Francisco, where car thefts are occurring at a very high rate of speed. You can actually see where this can be a benefit. San Francisco is also a place for a lot of iPhones and iPads that can sense the AirTag signal and can be used to locate the object that has gone missing. You can also use AirTags. In fact, people do. They use them in their wallets. They actually make Tiles makes a wallet card specifically for this purpose. AirTags are just basically tiny little hockey pucks that basically don't even have a mount. You supply the mount. So if you want to glue it to something, you can just take a piece of double-sided tape and stick it to something, or you could get a little iPod rings. In fact, this could easily be put an iPod in this, maybe not, on the back. On the back of the amulet, you would, but then you would still see it's something stuck to it. Or I could stick my iPods in my underwear. Hey, Joey, will you steal my underwear again?
Michelle.
What?
Michelle, a Massachusetts couple welcomed at least 4, quote, lovely illegal immigrants into their Brookline, Massachusetts home after the migrants had been sleeping at a Boston Logan International Airport. After hearing the immigrants desperately needed, are they immigrants? Yeah, I guess they're illegal immigrants. They won't.
Yeah.
After the illegal immigrants desperately needed better conditions, Colin and Jessica Stokes called the state to volunteer their host family to be a host family. And less than an hour later, 4 immigrants showed up at their door, according to a report. Quote, I was like, I have to get the sheets on the bed. How many people are coming? Question mark. Where are they from? Question mark. What ages? Question mark. Jessica Stokes said, quote, we really knew nothing. We really knew nothing about these people. Sorry.
I actually have read about this, that the state of Massachusetts is trying to do this. And
okay, so just so everyone knows, these idiots, these fucking idiots, okay? Again, this is what they said, quote, this is Jessica, what the fuck's their name? Jessica and Colin Stokes, the fucking 2 idiots from Massachusetts. I was like, this is quote, I was like, I have to get sheets on the bed. How many people are coming? Where are they from? What ages? They didn't know anything about them. They could be murderers. You fucking morons. They could be murderers. Go ahead, Michelle.
So, Vinny G... Okay, so they're right. I understand about it. So, Vinny G had a power failure out in Australia as well, by the way.
Yeah, but it's summertime there.
Yeah. Oh, I trust Lumi a lot more than you think. I think I trust Michelle just as much as she trusts me. Yeah, I do trust you, Lum. That's why we've been married for all these years. Absolutely.
So, Michelle, let me ask you a question. How does it make you feel that the Stokes family, Jessica and Colin, took in some illegal immigrants, but not some homeless people that are actual citizens living on the streets?
I don't really know if that's really fair. They should actually said to the homeless people, they should have offered it to the locals first. They should have offered to the people that were already around them.
What's stopping?
Yeah.
What's stopping Jessica and Colin from ever doing that? From bringing a homeless family into their house? Why did they choose an illegal immigrant family? Just out of curiosity.
Probably because they were getting paid for it. You have to remember that if you're hosting a family, you get paid for it most likely. Yes, my birthday was on Sunday, guys. This way I kind of took over part of Silver Moon Radio on Sunday. And no, I don't particularly like Carmen Miranda too much because, if you ask me, I think in my next lifetime, I think she's going to have her tentacles all over Michelle again. Well, while you still got your chance, Lynn, why don't you rewrite your life chart and find a better person? You want it to have a separate life, so I'm sure you can find a better relationship somewhere.
Michelle. Okay, yikes. Comedian David Lucas is trending after his black audience members walked out on him during a recent stand-up performance where he joked about the way in which George Floyd, Jesus Christ, died. Floyd, an unarmed black man, of course, died on May 25th, 2020, when a former Minneapolis police officer, Derek Kavanaugh, kneeled on his neck for over 8 minutes straight.
Right.
While performing at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. At the Funny Bone Comedy Club. I mean, these fucking idiots showed up at a comedy club called the Funny Bone. Okay. Some days ago, Lucas was on stage and said, quote, I didn't say this. Michelle didn't say this. This is David Lucas, the comedian, performing at the Funny Bone. Okay. Quote, and you want to show them the reason why George Floyd got his neck kneeled on? The comments left the crowd split with some audience members laughing and the others reaching. Oh my God, and they left.
Okay.
To that lady wants okay, I don't know what the joke was. Okay, so he says, quote, don't, at that joke. It's just a joke, man. I would have never kneeled on George Floyd's neck. I would have shot him. Unquote.
Yeah.
David Lucas said that. The very fat black comedian at the Funny Bone.
Hey, you know what? For the people that left, he still gets your money.
Well, my question is, Michelle, why are people going to comedy shows and been like walking out because is the comedy too real? Is it too raw? And we see this on YouTube too and social media. You can't even tell jokes anymore.
I know.
Like soon we're all gonna have to be repeating whatever AI tells us, and that's it.
Well, you know, the thing is other comedians have said the same thing. You know, the George Carlin's type jokes would never fly in 2024 at all.
Absolutely.
Nope, definitely not. It would never fly. And the reason is because it's like, I think people have lost the understanding what comedy is. And, I think that's something to keep in mind. I mean, we take everything too seriously. You know, let me give a paraphrasing something that Betty White said. Men say grow a pair. They think balls are tough. Testicles are soft and squishy. You want tough, you gotta have a vagina. There you go. That can take it. Especially trying to push something out the size of a watermelon out of a hole the size of a grapefruit. I don't know, guys. It's kind of stupid. The fact is, you're right. You can't tell jokes anymore. Even if you're not necessarily trying to be insensitive, but it's like comedy is gone. That's one of the reasons why so many sitcom TV shows and TV suck. I mean, the stuff that we used to watch in the 70s today would never work on American television, or for that matter, even nationwide television. The stuff that Faulty did in Faulty Towers would definitely never work on American TV today, no matter what you do. Well, guys, it's 12:09, and we're doing pretty good. So we'll run a little longer to make up for the craziness with the weather, as long as it lets us do it.
Michelle, you want me to find some more news articles?
Okay, you can try.
Okay, let's see what this one's all about. Woman finds $25,000 was accidentally dropped into her bank account after a strange email. The truth was more sinister. A woman has fallen victim to a sinister scam after she was swindled out of $25,000 from her bank account. Wishbone, shut up! Sorry.
Okay.
Bin's son, a acne infested, riddled-faced 27-year-old, was arrested after traveling over 57 miles from Brooklyn, New York to Fairfield, Connecticut to prey on an elderly victim he targeted online.
Right.
Sun manipulated the unidentified victim through an email claiming to be a Geek Squad member and informing the woman about a $525 purchase. The suspect then provided the woman with a phone number to call to dispute the charge. Once on the line, the victim provided the person whom Fairfield police identified as Sun with her bank account information over the phone. She then granted remote access to her computer, thinking she would receive the $525 refund. Then Sun allegedly manipulated the victim into believing she accidentally received $25,000 into her account. He persuaded the victim to withdraw $20,000 in cash. Sorry. Persuaded the victim to withdraw $20,000 in cash from her bank, and someone would stop by her home to collect the money. Sun followed up by saying he would collect the additional $5,000 the following day. Fairfield police quickly launched a surveillance operation once they caught wind of what had happened. Detective noticed a vehicle matching the description of a parked across from the victim's home and identified Sun as the suspect. Sun was found in possession of a large amount of cash as police learned he traveled from Brooklyn to commit the act.
Really?
Wow.
So he took $20,000 out of her bank.
Well, he basically told her that she had made a purchase.
Right, I got that.
All right. And she said, no, I didn't. Then he said, okay, we're going to refund it to you. And then he said, oh, no, we accidentally issued you way more. You need to give it back.
Okay, so still sounds pretty bad, but it's unfortunately is very common with the elderly. It's one of the reasons why a lot of the elderly fall for scams all the time, because they don't know what's going on.
Would you ever fall for that scam, Michelle?
No, I probably wouldn't. In fact, people try to get me into scams, but I've always seemed to cut them off at the pass. So, because I know you never give banking information out to anybody. Nobody.
Right.
So, like somebody said in the side chat, Mojo said, I hope she got her money back. Oh.
Well, let me read it. Let me continue reading the article. Let's see. The operation highlights a dedication of our detective bureau to whatever. Shut the fuck up. The quick response and decisive action prevented a significant financial loss, so she didn't lose any money. Residents are urged to remain vigilant against scams, verify communications, and promptly report suspicious activities to the police. Sun was arrested and charged with one count of criminal attempt to commit first-degree larceny. He was released on $10,000 bond. He is scheduled to appear in a Bridgeport Superior Court on February 20th.
Okay.
Loser.
Definitely loser. But would he be the kind of guy that works on J&L? More than likely. Yeah, he was locally operating. But you're right. Once you start going on international lines, then things get way more complicated.
Oh, yeah!
It sounds like the kind of thing J&L would do.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, but I think J&L got a little more brains. I got brains.
Oh, yeah!
I hope you do.
Oh, here's a good one. I don't know what to say about this, but I don't know if this is. I mean, obviously this is bad, but I don't know why this woman was arrested. Mother arrested after her child drowns in bathtub while she was on the phone. Okay. Olivia Miller, a 23-year-old mother from Michigan, has been arrested after her 8-month-old son, Asher Johnson.
Woman overlooked.
That sounds black. Asher Johnson drowned in a bathtub while she was on the phone. Throughout the investigation, Olivia gave varying stories of what occurred surrounding Asher's death and said that she left her son for a little minutes.
Hello?
But her phone records tell a different story.
I thought there was somebody knocking on my door. Oh. No, it wasn't, but I'm don't know because it goes, okay, so she was claiming she was deaf, and then, but yes, she was on the phone talking to somebody instead of bathing her 8-month-old son the proper way.
Yeah, so the baby dies, right? The baby drowns in the bathtub.
Right.
And so she was on the phone while the baby drowned. Is that against the law? I mean, isn't that an accident? I mean,
it sounds
I don't know,
it sounds more like a very stupid parent, honestly.
Right, but isn't that against the law?
Yeah. I don't know if it's against the law, but, there's just common sense needs to prevail here. Not every piece of common sense can be written into a codified law. It's kind of like those people who like to text and drive at the same time, which is against the law.
Oh, yeah!
Or like Andrew said yesterday, when he was sitting taking a whiz, typing at someone, and the phone rings, and then he drops his phone and cracks the screen. I will never, ever...
Yeah.
I always make sure the most important thing gets done first. May it be bathing your son or taking a whiz. That's first. The phone can wait.
Oh, yeah!
Yes, it is, Chris.
The heartbreaking incident occurred in November 2023 at their home in Sparta, New Jersey. Emergency services received a call about a child drowning in the bathtub. They rushed to the scene and found Asher laying lifeless on the living room floor. Paramedics performed CPR on the child and took him to the hospital, but unfortunately, he was pronounced dead. An autopsy conducted by the chief medical examiner, Stephen Cole, confirmed that the case of death was drowning. It was estimated that the child had been lying on the floor for at least 20 minutes before help arrived. Investigators discovered that Olivia Miller was alone with her son at the time of the incident. Right. When questioned about what happened, she gave inconsistent explanations according to the court records. Right. She claimed to have left her child sitting in the bathtub for 5 minutes while she went to the laundry room. She stated the tub had just a few inches of water, and the water was running when she returned. She found her son floating with his face underwater. Oh my God. However, when detectives analyzed Miller's phone, they found evidence that let me say something. Okay, and so she was on the phone. She fucked up.
Right. Oh yeah, she definitely fucked up.
I mean, do we arrest her for this? Do we throw her in jail?
Endangerment, because it's right. And also the fact is, even if it wasn't a law, it just indicates that clearly she was more concerned about something that was less important than the thing that was most precious, her own child. You're absolutely right, Mojo. Yes, you can. You can actually drown in an inch of water. Especially a baby that has not we don't know anything about the child's health, but yes, you can drown in an inch of water. That's why waterboarding works so well. It's just kind of stupid to think about that, but it's true. Well, I'll tell you right now one thing, is that we've had a good show this morning. And for those of you who are watching the big, long video that's not in multiple pieces, because I'm going to upload it raw, you guys can see that there was a slight glitch that hopefully didn't affect the recording. We'll find out when we play it back. Yeah, we will. And never leave a child unattended either. I don't care if the water is running or not.
Oh, yeah!
Oh my God! What about this one, Michelle? This is another child abuse story. You want to hear this? Girl 6 was allegedly locked in a dog crate by parents and shot with a BB gun.
Why?
I don't know. You want to read it? It sounds pretty brutal.
It does sound brutal, but why? That's what I'm asking.
All right. I have to read the warning. Content warning. The following article contains disturbing descriptions of child abuse. Jacob Williams weighed 30. I'm sorry, that's the name of the guy. Jacob Williams Waite, 37, and Mimi Ann Frost, 33, are charged with child abuse, involuntary servitude, and strangulation, among several other offenses.
Ouch.
I mean, I'm not laughing at this. This is crazy.
I think that's enough.
This is crazy.
I think this is a good idea what they were doing. Just, jeez.
No.
Yeah.
The 6-year-old child alleged she was made to sleep in a dog crate and eat dog food. Per the authorities, the girl had not had pediatric care in 3 years. Authorities allege. Pennsylvania officials arrested the couple for allegedly abusing their 6-year-old daughter and leaving her in deplorable conditions.
Okay,
Pennsylvania State Police responded to a Brownsville, PA home regarding reports of an unresponsive child. The department said in a
all right, Noodle, before
statement,
we lose everybody, because a lot of people are very disturbed by this, let me just say this, guys. First of all, it is some really messed up people out there. They are just some really whacked out people.
Oh, yeah!
And those
so
people...
it goes on to say that she was beaten with a broom, the 6-year-old beaten with a broom, zip tied. Okay.
All right, no, stop.
Found
Stop.
at the home with dog feces.
Stop. We need to go into all the details. I got to get the idea from the charges. Just a minute. It just sounds disgusting. That's all. Anyway, listen, I want to get ready to wrap this up, but thank you very much for being on this morning. I appreciate you being here today.
Take care, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you, fans. Give me the applause. Do the applause. Thank you.
All right, so I'll see you later. Yeah, I don't want to go into the details of that. This just sounds just creepy. Creepy. Yeah. I don't know why people even... I could get into that, but I really don't want to have a valid, legitimate reason to have a yellow dollar sign, but it just is kind of creepy. I will say that. Don't endorse that. I don't believe in that. I don't think it's cool. And I really would say is, you want to treat your kids well, because your kids are going to become the next generation of parents.
Oh, yeah!
So can we at least start by teaching our kids proper decency, etiquette, and morals?
Oh, yeah!
So they would be able to raise a proper generation of youngsters themselves. So everybody, thank you very much for being on here. I'm going to keep these 2 pieces up, but I'm also going to see if my video is okay. I'm going to upload the big one. Let's even have the chat going on, kind of, between the internet problems. So you guys can hear everything, including me and Lemmy trying to figure out what we should do next. But for now, everybody, go ahead, get your stuff done. Be safe out there, guys. It is wet. It's wet snow. And be careful when you're driving. And yes, Philip at the store, I will put your name on the tree. I won't forget you. I got to write it down in my editor so I can write the card. So for now, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.